What listening to music has to do with getting jacked? To be honest, not a lot. But there is one benefit to listening to music that might actually really benefit your journey. And if you have been listening to music for a while now, you probably know what it is. It is longevity, it is consistency, it is having a better time training. So a lot of people will talk about the idea that if you listen to music you become stronger. It has been supported by science, but in general, what it really does, it might benefit intensity a bit, but more importantly is it makes working out funner, it makes sticking to it easier, and that's the first mistake. It is not listening to music. If you have a great time not listening to music and working out, then you are an exception. But if you have a pretty hard time sticking to a workout and you are currently not listening to music, listening to music might really benefit you. And then there is the second mistake that kills your gains. And before I go over it, I want to introduce myself. My name is Ori, and in the last 3 years, I've basically made a transformation you see on the screen. And throughout it, I've learned how to avoid failure in weight loss. I was really afraid I would fail. I remember starting my journey, looking myself in the eyes and saying to myself, bro, you're not going to fail this time. And because of that, I've done a lot to not fail. And I found some mistakes that kills people's gains that I've not made. And because of that, I've seen the great results you see. Now, the second mistake is not realizing momentum. So this is a real mistake, not like the music one, which might benefit your journey a bit. This one can be really deadly. And that is, my friend, the reason to why I think I've succeeded, why most people fail. And this mistake, practically speaking, is not going to your workout today. Just because you don't feel like it, or you have a really good reason, it is realizing that those reasons are not really valid, because you're sacrificing momentum when using them. Now, before I go over it, here's a disclaimer. If you are really sick, or tired, or your strength will be impaired somehow if you will go to today's workout, for the sake of optimal gains, it might not be a smart idea, but for the sake of retaining momentum, especially for those who have a hard time with consistency, it is a deadly mistake. There are some exceptions either way, but in general, if you don't feel like well, if your gym is closed, or you're just being lazy, you should probably still do something. You should still retain momentum. So what's momentum? What's the thing that I've just talked about? It is the kind of force that makes being consistent pretty easy. You have probably heard about the concept of habit building. Doing something 21 days in a row makes it a habit and easy to stick to. What people don't talk about enough, it is an idea from the author of the most popular book about habits, Atomic Habits. The author, James Clear, has a quote. It goes like this: missing one day is a mistake. Missing 2 days is the formation of a new habit. And that's so true. If you miss one workout because of sickness or tiredness or laziness, it's not good, but it's fine, right? Just one workout, it does nothing basically. But if you let it snowball into a worse consistency, into not going to more workouts, into skipping 1 week from the gym and then 2 weeks and then a month, then you are making a deadly mistake. Avoiding this momentum kind of mistake is to just realize that things compound, mistakes compound, skipping workouts compound, and you should realize that when it is time to go to your workout, what you're really sacrificing by not going to it is not just the results, it is also momentum. It is becoming a new person, the kind of person who doesn't go to the gym. And that person, my friend, gets a lot less results than who you are when you go, than who you are when you're consistent. And you just need to choose between being him or being consistent and getting jacked. And now the third mistake. I will go over it really quickly because this video starts to become boring. It is not eating enough protein. Haha, Ori, OVS, fucking eat your protein for the day, bro. I just wanted to put it here because there are not a lot of mistakes. This one is a really deadly one that you should avoid at all costs. Eat at least 0.6 grams per pound of body weight of protein. Right, no new knowledge here. And then there is the fourth mistake. And this one, my friend, is one of the worst you can make. And it is pretty accepted to make, and that's why I wanted to highlight here. This is the mistake I've seen many people make. Now, I could have exaggerated it a bit and tell you that everyone makes it, but quite literally, everyone does in some way. It is letting one bad thing when it comes to your fitness or health snowball into a lot of other bad things you do. Let's say you have one bad day of sleep, it is letting it snowball into a bad workout, a cheat meal, and a bunch of other bad stuff. Having a bad sleep for one day is a mistake, it's pretty bad. Having bad sleep for a few days, it is pretty bad, bro. For gains, holy shit. Having it for a year, it's not the end of the world, but fuck me. That's like marginally worse results. You know what's worse than that? It is having a bad sleep and not going to a workout for that time. You cannot use being bad in one area of fitness as an excuse to be bad in other ones. And that's something I wish more people realized. If you slept bad last night, you might as well go to that workout if you need to. You might take it a bit easier because you are weaker and you don't want to get injured, but not going to that workout is a mistake. Not going to your workouts is a mistake. And then the fifth one is to buy overpriced supplements. There is that guy, Ashton Hall. I remember seeing an expose video about him, and I don't want to hate on him. I think he's somewhat of a decent guy, but he sells overpriced supplements. And when I heard about it, it hit me. Oh my god, he abuses those insecure people who don't get the results they want. If you don't get the results you want, most likely it is not because you have not taken supplements. Supplements, by definition, are supplements. They are not the cure for your bad muscle gain. What you need to do is to tick off the train box, the recovery box, the protein intake and calorie box, and then you can take them. If you don't tick off those, it's a waste of time. Maybe protein powders is arguable, just buy it from My Protein, not sponsored, they are really cheap. But outside of protein powder, most supplements are not really worth it. Around 25% of the people who take the most studied supplement, creatine, I might reference the study in here, or you might go to one of my shorts, I made a short about it, there is the study there, they don't see a benefit. So the most studied supplement, the best one, outside of caffeine, which is not really a supplement, I can think in protein powders of a supplement that really benefits muscle gain, like to a great extent, as much as sleep and protein intake and training. If you do those things and you do them correctly and you don't see the results you want, then it might as well be because of your genetics. And you need to accept it instead of wasting your money on those supplements. And that's basically it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like subscribe. And if you want to get my personal help, I will just sit here and with you, we will build your training plan, your diet plan. I will come and help you commit to this journey. You can check out the link in the description. Or if you want to get free stuff, links in the description. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.